I'm Amy Sweezy here at SCTE Tech Expo 2024, and my next guest is Neil Tang. Neil is the CEO of Antronix. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My first question has to do with network design. What is driving operators to adopt new solutions for design?
So operators have a very good asset, which is their coaxial network. They have coaxial cable going to 85% of the households in the United States, so they want to utilize that asset to upgrade their networks. So going to DOCSIS 4.0 or 1.8 gigahertz designs allows them to have a better network, to be comparable or even better than fiber to the home. That's the biggest competition coming in lately. So upgrading to DOCSIS 4.0 also allows for smart amplifiers, smart network. It allows for proactive system maintenance and self-healing in certain instances as well. So these criteria allows the upgrade for DOCSIS 4.0 to be very, very cost-effective and targeted approach going forward.
So obviously, network design doesn't have just a one-size-fits-all solution, right? So what should operators take into consideration when they're designing their networks?
So there is no cookie-cutter solution for upgrading a network. It really depends if you have a greenfield application or a brownfield network. Obviously, if there's a new network, greenfield, fiber to the home is the best solution. But for brownfield application, there's so much coaxial network out there already. Having a targeted approach for brownfield application really allows DOCSIS 4.0 and 1.8 gigahertz upgrades a very cost-effective, economical way to upgrade your network. It focuses more on your target areas. Allowing brownfield upgrades allows for targeted 1.8 gig upgrades. It makes more economical sense. And depending on if you're urban or rural areas, that really affects your design as well. So.
And it always comes down to the money, right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about some of the requirements that you're seeing. Does that play into your product design?
Yes. So with 1.8 gigahertz, the cable loss at 1.8 is much higher than lower frequencies. So the span of your amplifiers is key importance. So to be able to have your reach for 1.8, you need a higher TCP in your amplifier. And thankfully, all these gain blocks now have a higher TCP. This allows the frequency to be able to reach your next amplifier cascade. And in extended cascades, you may need to have booster amplifiers with certain types of tilt with a fixed gain. Those booster amplifiers enable the reach to be able to go out to the next amplifier cascade. Having the right taps and passives during those upgrades is key as well. You need the right performance and the right tilt. There's plug-in conditioning within taps that actually you put into the taps to have the right balance to get the exact performance you need for DOCSIS 4.0. So these are a lot of different criteria that is needed for the optimal performance for 1.8 gigahertz.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about money because I feel like it always comes down to the cost, right?
Yes.
So that balance between upfront costs and deferred costs, can you talk a little bit about that for design changes?
So for development and deployment, the good thing about 1.8 gig upgrades as well as DOCSIS 4.0 upgrades, it's very targeted. So you can use these upgrades in only locations where you require the competition. Competition's there, and you need to upgrade your system. So you don't need to put upfront costs right from the beginning and upgrade your entire network. Those construction costs are very high. So you can target certain areas where there's competition and upgrade those areas only, and use business BAU development, business as usual. Upgrade your taps as needed. If there's failures, if there's repairs, if you're visiting the site of the tap, might as well upgrade that, and it future-proofs your network for future higher bandwidth. So Antronix is here to provide flexible solutions for all these networks so you can be able to upgrade as needed.
Well, it's an exciting future ahead, I would say.
Great.
Lots happening. Neil Tang, thank you so much for joining me.
Great. Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.